Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Linda, a special needs educator, clinical child neuropsychologist, and speech and language pathologist. If this is your first time to be here, where have you been? Anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, all I do is to educate. All I do is to make sure everybody, everywhere, every country, everybody is learning something. And I usually make sure there is no one who is left behind. All children are getting the help they need. Today, we are spoiled. We have one of the most amazing special needs educator I've ever known. If you think you know me, if you think Linda is good on this, then you need to say someone who is the best. And yes, I welcome Kavita on my YouTube channel. Welcome, Kavita.
Thank you so much.
It's good to host you. It's been a long. We are planned and planned.
Yes.
And I'm your name. Tell us who you are. We want to know you.
My name is Kavita Vaid, and I'm a special needs teacher and also Montessori trained teacher. And I started off to be as a Montessori teacher, and later on I discovered I need to look into some things that teachers don't understand, and why is it that it happens. And so I diverted myself into special needs. In that, I started inclusive programs at St. Austin's, and then I moved to Nairobi Jeffries. And there I was the special needs coordinator, and then I decided to start off here in that's where I'm based. I'm based at Goodrich Kindergarten.
So if you want to meet her in person, she is based in Goodrich Kindergarten. At Kireresho.
Thank you so much.
Now take us through.
So today you want us to talk about memory.
Yes.
And
the reason why we need to talk about memory, it is because we need to know how the memory of children look like, and how the memory of children how we can support them, and what it is. I have no parent who say my child cannot remember anything, or my child cannot learn, my child is slow, even my child have very low concentration. All these things, concentration, all these things goes or lowers down to memory.
And memory is, I'm defining it as, in simple words, it's what you see, and you comprehend it, receive it, and when you are told what did you see, you can recall. They can understand what they saw.
Yes.
So there are different types of memory. The first memory is sensory, because when you come in this world and you feel the mother, you understand, this is me, my mom. So they feel it, sensory. More of senses. They use more of their senses to understand people. If they have another hand coming in, they'll straight away even know, and they cry and make sure that they're not comfortable. So everybody uses their memory straight away as soon as they're born.
So we start when you talk about memory. The first thing we look at is the sensory. Everything starts with our senses. Either the touch, either the visual,
we look,
the hearing. Before we go even to working memory and
hearing.
Short term, we look at the sensory.
All sensory. So we go into sensory, then we go into working memory. From working memory, we'll go to short-term memory, then to the long-term memory. Once it reaches the long-term memory, wherever it is, it will come back and make you recall it very easily. So a child, even if it's born, can still take it till the long-term memory and then understand, this is my mommy who was talking to me in my, the voice, everything. So I'm telling you, we need to know how it works. We need to understand there's visual memory, there is music memory, there is muscle memory. So all works in hand in different stages of a child, from when we are born to going upwards, okay?
Yeah. Now, Kavita, I want us to take a little bit, what is Wacky Memory? What does Wacky Memory base on?
Working memory.
Because
is
now after
memory.
we sense,
Yes.
we now go to Wacky Memory.
Yes.
Yes.
So working memory, Linda, is something that you see. And you have seen it, you understood it, but it only stays for a little while because you're not using it more.
All right.
So it goes away because it's not being used. So sometimes a child has got some word they might have said dad, but because it has not been repeated and said dad, dad, so they do not remember easily. It goes and it doesn't come back easily.
Wacky Memory, that's why we do a lot of repetition.
Repetition.
And for special needs, there's a lot of repetitions.
Because a normal child takes 200 times to understand and take it to the long-term memory, the hippocampus in the limbic system.
Yeah.
Now, if we don't get that beat, then they again lose it.
Okay.
So every child have to learn that.
Yeah.
The other thing you have to remember, Linda, is working memory only stays for a little while, but you still have to push it after the repetition to the next level.
Which is the short memory.
From the working memory to the short memory.
Okay.
Okay, from short memory we go to that. So now when a child is young, what you need to know is that they have to go around and look for what is around. They're exploring.
Yeah.
So the first thing they know is nouns. So real objects.
The naming.
The real objects are the ones that will now we work on.
Yeah.
So if they are looking at cup, you say cup. Talk of whatever they're doing for the day, whether be play, whether be sitting, whether watching. Everything should be real. Yeah. Even you can see I've got real things. So we talk about it. Flower. These are eyes. They say eyes. So real pictures to real objects to real pictures to abstract later. So when they don't see the real, are they able to see the picture and say that this is what it is?
Okay.
But it's the same thing we are putting.
Yeah.
I can be putting even eyes here, abstract, can see.
Yeah.
But I drew eyes here, real picture. Yeah. Can you see?
Yeah.
So this is what we need to start off.
Okay.
Always start with the real to the real pictures to the abstract later.
Real pictures, the abstract later.
So that they can identify. So if you find that they're not identifying, then you know you need to work extra. From the time they're born. Okay. You know that they've seen you, they're very quiet, they're very cranky. You tell them to, when it's time to sit or they want bubbling time and they say ba 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 ba, they've not spoken, give time. Some children do delay, but that doesn't mean the delay completely.
Yeah.
At certain age, you should be concerned. And you have to have a concern on it and look at it. So do you understand?
Yes,
you need
I
to
do.
know memory itself, how it works. And understanding what it is. Yeah. So when we have trouble, then we look into visual quickly, because visual and hearing are the two that can be first part of problem.
Yeah, sure.
So you need to look at the visual and you need to look at the hearing first. So first two you need to detect. Okay. Once you know those things are okay, then you can play around with so many things and understand, now it's me to introduce it and I'll make sure where to start.
All right, now can we proceed to short-term memory?
So short-term memory stays even longer than the working memory.
Okay.
For whatever you have introduced.
Yes.
But after 3 weeks, around 2-3 weeks, you find it's gone because I didn't do so much of repetition. Because you have introduced something, but it can go away.
Yeah.
So then you have to think again, oh no, now I have to start again with the working, push it to the short, and from short now I'll push it back to the long term.
So Kavita, what you're telling us is that for the working memory, you have to repeat.
Every time.
Redundancy.
Every time.
Repetition.
Even if you have to take it back to the long term.
Then now after that we go to short term, which is the information stays a little bit longer.
and because you want it to go till the long term, work harder, because repetition in different ways until it reaches the long term. And that's called the long term. Now, in long term also, you have to remember that once it reaches there, you don't even let it go completely. After a while, bring it back. Because you find that a child has gone for a holiday.
Yes.
After every term, because we have breaks, isn't it? If they go and they come back and
after 2 months, or
sometimes even 1 month, and especially when we have our normal term in December, 7 weeks holiday.
Yes.
And they have a problem, okay?
Yeah.
And things have not been repeated of what we have done for the holiday.
Yes.
We don't prepare new work for them. We tell them whatever we did during the term, you have it in the folder, the portfolio. Kindly, every day for 10 minutes, could you repeat from day one what we did, so that they go back until that 7 weeks. If there's any problem, please kindly call me, so that I can explain what methods we are doing, because the methods should be the same.
So what special needs educators and parents with special needs children, either autism, Down syndrome, all kinds of diseases, all kinds of children who have issues with memory. One thing you need to know is, if the term is coming to an end, you don't have to give them new information or new assignments.
No.
You just, whatever you have covered that semester or that term,
give them a reputation to build their confidence.
It will build their confidence, their working memory, their short-term memory, and their long-term memory.
To take it back to the long-term memory. So once there's continuity, you find themselves, when they come back, and you tell them, checking on assessments on the first day, I left you at this, how much have you remembered? They themselves will come back and show you, this is this, this is this, this is this. Then you know, okay, fine. But if they've forgotten, go back, don't go further. Look into it there and then, so that at least the child doesn't lose it.
Yeah. And then when the information on gets long-term memory, because like Down syndrome children, our challenges is usually the long-term memory. Yeah, that's for Down syndrome. That's where we have now the challenge,
and also the learning difficulties.
That's now the dyslexia and
dyslexia, dyscalculia, and concentration. Children with ADHD. Even them, because they are more fidgety. You need to look also, don't forget, you want memory and the child is very fidgety, you still have to look into their diet. If the diet, because food is also another thing that works with your brain. So you need to know, what is it that will calm my child to be able to do things together. And
by the way, viewers, Kavita is she's so into diet. The diet has to be followed. If you give Kavita your child as a special needs child or any other child, there's a kind of diet you have to follow with Kavita. There is no shortcut when it comes to diet.
Because that's the one that makes them calm down. And you know, in communication, the first thing you need is attention. If the attention and eye contact is not there to make them understand what we are looking into, then there will be no
even the memory
no memory will work here, because they themselves are so fidgeting. What memory? They'll only take it to the working
brain,
memory,
the working,
and within seconds it's also gone, because when you ask them again, they won't even be able to pick, unless now you start even trying to prompt. You try and prompt, until you get it.
Amazing. We need to end this video. We can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And now in the next video, we have so many resources. I wish I can show you the way this room looks like, because we have a lot of resources for working memory, resources for sensory, resources for music memory, for long-term memory, short-term memory, and other memory. Like, we have this is like a syllabus, by the way, when it comes to working memory. So please make sure you're ready to learn, because this is our whole school.
It's in school setup.
And there's nothing excites me, Kavita, like knowing parents are getting the information they need. Teachers are getting the information they need.
That's what we need. We need to work as a team, whether be home, whether be school, whether with the house help, whoever, because parents are also working. So we need to consider all that and see how we can train to make people work and understand the same method.
And if you're watching this video, make sure you share with other parents.
Definitely.
Not only children with special needs. We
Yes.
said when we started the video,
Yes.
there are so many people struggling with memory issues.
Yes, even in brain, people who have got brain strokes, even with
Even brain
sickle
tumors, the
cells,
stroke,
cancer,
yeah.
diabetic, yeah,
Dementia, they struggle
There's
with-
so many. Yeah,
Yeah.
Not only this special needs in health-wise, also we need to look into how we
Yeah.
help children.
In-
There are
yeah.
children who are in hospital for long,
Yeah.
yeah, and how to help them get back to class and all that.
So in this, kindly make sure you share this video with everyone you know. We have so much goodies awaiting for you. And make sure if there's something you have not understood in this video, you make sure you pick your pen, pick a paper, and make sure you put down what you have not understood and repeat the video several times so that you can have all the content that you need. Thank you so much for being our viewers. We appreciate. And thank you, Kavita, for coming and
Thank you.
being on the board. We are both
you.
noisemakers. You can even tell. Thank you. See you on the next video.
Thank you.
Thank you.